This is a red heifer, aka red cow, a female bovine which has never been pregnant, milked or yoked. How does it relate to the Antichrist in the beginning of the end? In September 2022, 5 red cows were bought in Texas and transported to the land of occupied Palestine. Each cow costs approximately $1,000, but Israelis need only one of them. Other 4 are just to have a backup, because last year one cow was disqualified. But why do they need it? According to the instructions are described in Book of Numbers 19, the Israelis were commanded to obtain a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. The heifer is then must be slaughtered and burned outside of the camp. Cedar wood, an herb called azov, and wool or yarn dyed scarlet are added to the fire, and the remaining ashes are placed in a vessel containing pure spring water. To purify a person, water they obtain from the vessel must be sprinkled on him using bunch of azov on the 3rd and 7th day of the purification process. The priest who performs ritual then becomes ritually impure, and he must then wash himself and his clothes in living waters, and he remains impure until evening. According to Mishnah Para, oral Torah in Rabbinic Judaism, the presence of 2 black hairs invalidates a red heifer. There are also other requirements such as natural birth. The water for the purification must be living. To complete the ritual purity, care was taken to ensure that no one in the ceremony could have any contact with the dead or any form of impurity. The children born and raised in isolation, to be sure that they never came into contact with the corpse, were used to draw and carry the water for the ceremony. The point of the whole ceremony is to build a 3rd temple on the ruins of the mosque called Al-Aqsa. For Muslims, it's the 3rd holiest site. And Jews believe that on the place of Al-Aqsa used to be the temple of Prophet Solomon. It was destroyed twice, and they endeavored to build it on its foundations for the 3rd time. Building the temple facilitates the coming of the Messiah. Moreover, evangelical Christians also support Israel because they believe it will lead to return of Jesus. In Islam, this Messiah actually the Dajjal, aka Antichrist. Islam says that the Dajjal or Antichrist is the first of big signs of the Day of Judgment. Antichrist will claim that he is a god and will show unimaginable miracles such as bringing to life relatives of people, but he will do it by joining the force with devils. It will only affect the people who don't know about him, and true Muslims will clearly see the signs of self-proclaimed God. Muslims believe that the real Jesus will come after Antichrist and will be the one who will kill the Messiah of the Jews, and Allah knows best.